And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Fields. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was. And we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Off the draw, here's Williams. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Finding some room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On second down, Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 32.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. He'll get this to Nwangu. No gain on the screen there at second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
On second down, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On second and 11 now. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got three.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the three, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, what a move. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Well, all nickels there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Fields on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is now 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Play fake. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touch. Back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 70 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 12. A give. This is Cook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 16-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Six yards left on second down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Love. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. To throw, Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Cousins again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now the try here for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. Penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now it's Fields. The connection made. It's Graham. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On third down, they go Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Cousins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already